Hello, I'm Adam Barralet and welcome to this Crystal Connections video. We're exploring the crystal ruby. Rubies have been coveted by kings and queens for centuries, but it doesn't mean that you have to be a king or queen to have a ruby. You don't need to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars on a ruby ring. In fact, you can find small little tumbled rubies for about $20 at your local crystal shop or online. Now this is a very powerful and fiery crystal, and it helps you to actually be like your own king or queen, to be noble and to embrace your own personal power. Ruby is a really powerful love stone. It's really good to use as a charm to help you attract new and passionate love into your life. Now if you're already in a relationship, it can be used to embrace that partner, to feel more passionate about them, and to bring that spark or that fire back if the passion is starting to wane a little bit, especially in long-term relationships. Rubies are really nice to take into the bedroom to make the bedroom a more passionate and loving place. And it can be really good for couples that are trying to fall pregnant, to keep love making spontaneous and fun and not routine just for the simple act of procreation. Rubies aren't just for passion in the bedroom or romantic love, but they can also help with your own inner passion for life. If you're feeling unenthused about life or unmotivated or not too sure what you want to be doing with your life, ruby is a good crystal to start working with. A meditation I like to do is just sitting with the ruby and asking the question, what do I want to do but don't? What do you want to do but don't? And just allow that question to kind of sit in your mind, and the answers may not come up immediately, they may come in the next few days, but it allows you to start to find that things that you really want to be doing with your life. The great thing about ruby is it not only ignites that fire of passion within you, but it keeps it burning. So it keeps you motivated and keeps you on track. So if you find that sometimes you get excited about something, but then you're not, the motivation wanes, then work with a ruby, program it to keep that motivation going. Ruby can also be used to help you overcome obstacles that have stopped you in the past, or self-destructive behaviors or patterns. As a visualization, if you know what they are, you can visualize that fire within you burning up and keeping that passion alive, and then burning away all those obstacles and those destructive behaviors that have made you not maybe complete a goal or something in the past as well. Whenever you have a ruby, especially ruby jewelry, pay close attention to it. There's a famous story of Catherine of Aragon, who had a beautiful ruby red ring. But on the night before Henry VIII divorced her and found a new love and created the Church of England and all that fiasco, the red ruby actually turned black. So rubies are considered to be very much a warning crystal as well, and if it starts to change colour, there could be danger or possibly something you need to be aware of coming up in the future as well. Rubies can also be used to protect old trees or big trees during storms, and so you can place a ruby at its trunk or touch it with one of your rings as well. The greater lesson of ruby is one of importance. And a really great way to illustrate that is by thinking about the lion, the apex predator, the king of the jungle, or the king of the savannah. But the lion could not survive without the antelope, the wildebeest, the other animals, the vultures, the trees, the grass, the rain, and all the other things that are in his ecosystem as well. So basically ruby teaches you and allows you to understand that yes, you are very important, you have an important role to play in life, and when you ignite that passion you can start to live that role to its full potential. However, everyone else is a king or queen and is just as important as you as well. They all have important roles. So ruby allows you to open your heart to yourself, but also open your heart to those around you and to want to nurture them so that they can play their roles perfectly as well. Think of the example of an orchestra. If you're the violin player, it's essential that you play your violin the best, but it's also essential that every other player there plays their instrument to their best as well. This is what ruby wants us to do. You play your role, find your passion, and everyone else find their passion and live it fully as well. When using ruby, bring in some other fiery energies to really help enhance your workings with this crystal. The element that is connected to ruby is the element of fire, so you can use fire to cleanse your rubies. Ideally, if you have an open fire, such as a campfire, leave your ruby about 1 meter away from the flames and allow that heat and that warmth to cleanse and rebalance the crystal. Now, if you don't have access to an open fire and you need to cleanse your crystal straight away, then light a candle and just pass it through the flames 3 times and allow that fire to cleanse the crystal that way. Now, that may seem like you're not doing much, but fire is the fastest acting of all the 4 elements. And so quick 1, 2, 3 through the flames, and you'll find that you'll actually notice a bit of a difference in your ruby and how it feels a bit more cleansed and charged and balanced. The animal guide that I'll look at the lessons of and meditate on when I'm working with my ruby is the lion. Now, of course, lion teaches us about importance and our role we play in society, but it also teaches you to own your own roar, to stand in your own power and to take control of your own life and to be passionate about that. When it comes to working with plants, there are so many different plants that I love to work with ruby. My 3 main ones, the first one is the pomegranate. Now, the pomegranate is known as the blood of Mother Earth, just as ruby is sometimes referred to in the East. And so it has that real passion and wisdom and fertility of Mother Earth and allows you to have that fire and that fertility in your life. I also like to use the carnation. Carnations are very protective, especially when planted around the house. And so you can use carnations in or around your house if you're feeling a bit unmotivated to help inspire you and to protect you from ill thoughts and your own negative bad thoughts as well. Finally, the essential oil that I use is pimento berry. Now, this is a very spicy, fiery essential oil, and diffusing that during meditations or workings with your ruby really helps to wake up that inner fire and get that energy moving through your body as well. The planet that harmonizes with ruby is Mars, and Mars rules the day Tuesday. So if you can do your workings with your rubies on Tuesday, you'll find that you get a little added bonus kick there of energy from the Mars energy that's really dominant on a Tuesday. And finally, the great energy that I like to work with when I work with my ruby is the Archangel Michael. Now, there are several crystals that are attributed to Michael, including ones like lapis lazuli or even palisade. But I really find ruby's energy resonates with Michael, especially in his capacity as the guardian of the element of fire. But Michael is here on Earth to help us to find our passion, to help us find our passion and pursue that passion, and to get rid of any obstacles on the way. And ruby does the same thing. It ignites that passion within us and is used to protect us and overcome obstacles. So I'll hold a ruby in my hands and communicate with Michael, ask him to help me and guide me and, get rid of anything that I don't want in my life anymore with that big fiery sword. So ruby is a very powerful and fiery crystal, and it's one you should definitely have in your connection. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this video. And please, if you'd like to find out more about my work, check out the link to my website below. It talks about my book and all the other things that I do as well. I'd also really love to hear about your experiences with ruby, so please leave a comment in the comment section below. I'm Barralet. Blessed be.